But my green screen, like it's just my wall against my wall, so you know, there it is. Good morning, hello, hi. I am. Oh, let me switch YouTube over to like live chat. So I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, I'm at the KFC, I'm at the Taco Bell, I'm at the combination KFC and Taco Bell. Hello, good morning, hi. It is a little easier than I thought to get that going. After all the setup. Okay, you know what? We'll talk about the setup. Liberally borrowed from Nutty, Epos Fox, and DC Lasair. I set up multi-streaming today with the ADAM multi-stream plugin for OBS, and it appears to be working just fine. Jamie, thank you very much for the resub. I appreciate that. Let me get up in her. Hey, Tom, welcome on in. I'll say good morning to folks, and let me get this. So hold on. Also fix my green screen because I can tell it's a little bit off. The color of my actual couch is coming through on the side. We can't have that. We gotta just tuck it. Tuck. You know how to tuck. There we go. Okay, and then zoom in a little bit. I apologize. I wasn't like in a super rush today, but I was very much like, I gotta get on my walk. I gotta come back and shower. I gotta come back and fix my face because I am actually feeling really kind of good about my face lately. And then I gotta set up the coffee. I had taken the phone down because I filmed TikTok from my kitchen. So the phone that I normally use for my coffee, which is an old iPhone that I've just turned into like a tablet, well, you know, a phone-sized tablet. So an old iPod, basically. I had to get that set back up because I have way too many clamps and mounts and tripods in my kitchen. And then I was like, wait, YouTube. Okay, but for YouTube, I've got to make a thumbnail. Well, I don't have to. I realize I don't have to make a thumbnail, but it seems like it's nicer if you make a thumbnail and then you have to set up the details for the stream beforehand. So I could have done it last night, but I was enjoying my old fashions and watching people stream, and I didn't want to do that. So I made the thumbnail. I did the description. Everything else was already set up in the ADAM multi-stream plugin. So I clicked 2 buttons and I am in both. Now I can see that on YouTube, I think I'm a little bit behind, maybe, I'm not sure. So if you are watching on YouTube, I can see you if you say something in chat. And if you're like currently talking, that's right. Normal latency on YouTube. Normal latency. So if I were low latency and I had a way to now that's what we got to figure out. How do we shunt our own captioning over to YouTube? Esoterica, hi. So if you don't mind, if anybody can go over and maybe just maybe just have a peek over there and confirm that it's happening, that'd be great. But don't worry about it. Super Writer Andy, thank you for the resub. Welcome on in. Hello. I haven't even got to the hellos yet. I'm just like, it's a good morning. It's like 60 something degrees outside. I've got the patio window open. I've turned off the AC in the house and the fan for now. I'm going to turn it back on later because it's going to get hot. Oh, thank you, Sue. I appreciate that. So let's see here. Boop. Thank you for the resub. And I also told the stream up chat to have both showing on these screens. So okay, it's like I'm okay. Yeah. I will do some research on whether or not we can use our same cloud captioning plugin from OBS, if that will send captions to YouTube with our stream anyway. I just don't know because no one's ever mentioned it before, because I think everybody just assumes you're using the OBS captioner plugin by default, but they don't really talk about how it works on things that aren't Twitch, since most of OBS was meant to like deal with Twitch's idiosyncrasies. Now we have a whole new platform of idiosyncrasies. And technically we have more platforms of idiosyncrasies, but I'm not worried about those other platforms right now. So thank you very much. And yeah, so if you're on YouTube, hi. If you're on Twitch, hi. If you're not on Twitch or YouTube, I'm not sure how you're seeing me, to be quite honest. But also, hi. You're not like on my patio, are you? No? So yeah, let me say good morning to folks. Yeah, Twitch is... see, I don't... I've got to figure out what's going on with Twitch lately, because Twitch has been twitchy as well. It's saying unstable, but I seem to be coming through okay. Anyway, so good morning, Sue, Delkun, Amalia, Sakana, Faison, Kosim, Maplezaddy, Cargen X, Tom, K, Esoterica, Super Writer Andy, and yeah, so, awesome. Okay, so it looks like everything's working. I am happy to answer questions about what I did to make it happen. But I will say that if you watch, Nutty LMAO on YouTube, Epos Fox on YouTube, or DC Lacer also on Twitch or YouTube, I want to do the wink that also makes a ding sound effect, but I can't do that because I'm not fancy. Then they're the ones to watch to figure out how to use this plugin. The only thing that I don't know that I want to do is to set up an entire vertical scene for that. What I do want to do is I want to set up a vertical scene for maybe the replay buffer or like clips or something like that, but that's further down the line. Let's be real. And it's not, I don't know, like, I have to admit, I almost prefer making the clips myself in a video editing software, because sometimes the center of the screen isn't right. Sometimes things aren't where they need to be. So, I don't know. In any case, let's see. Yeah, today is Saturday. I realized like I gotta get on the train to go visit with my friends so we can have brunch later. And I realized like I haven't ridden the metro in like a few weeks because all I've been doing is walking places. I've ridden the bus, but on my walk today, I was thinking about that. How I've not developed like the car hatred, although I do like today a car did get me to, I didn't flip them off, but I was tempted and I was close because they were just blocking the whole sidewalk and they had clearance. They could have just pulled out into traffic and gone, but they're blocking the sidewalk and they're doing the extra looking both ways thing, and we're just like, can you move your car out of the way, please? But I was also listening to Janet Jackson's album Rhythm Nation 1814 because yesterday was like 35 years since. Oh my god, that's not possible. Is that possible? That's not, wait, Wait. 35 years since Miss You Much? Really? I'm just gonna, just give me a second here. I just, 1989. Okay. Okay. All right. Yup. Anyway, I was listening to Rhythm Nation 1814, and it makes for great walking music. I think I mentioned before, like it still holds up. And it was my fastest walking time in a while, just because like you're walking and you're singing and you're dancing. And the thing is, it's not fast enough to be like a super fast pace. So I'm consciously, hey Puddleglum, welcome on in. Hey Antique Raven. I'm consciously moving my legs faster, because if I try to walk with the beat, then I'll slow down. So I ended up walking like 13-minute miles today, because I was like walking and dancing, and I was doing like the, Miss You Much kind of thing. Of course I was. And there was almost nobody in the park, so I didn't really have to embarrass myself too much. There weren't that many dogs though, which was kind of sad. I like seeing dogs in the morning. But let's see. Did the ads run? Did the startup sequence do the thing? It sure did. Okay, so the ads have run on Twitch. What I did discover with this, and I'm just going to get set up with the game so that we can just move over there. So if people are watching on YouTube, they said they were playing a game, and they're just standing there chatting with their coffee. Do not open Borderlands 2, Brian. Do not open Borderlands 2. I know you want to, but don't open Borderlands. I've been playing so much Borderlands 2. So much. Not even mad about it. Hey, Tanya. Stay in bed. I have. It was awful. Like, horrible. Worse now, because I'm also discovering that there were a lot of things cut from the movie. And there was one thing where he specifically, Roth specifically said, like, we cut this because it felt like the movie was going to be taking a detour. And I'm like, you didn't want the movie to take a detour. The movie about the game that has like 50 some odd side quests and like 10 story quests, that you didn't want a detour from that? Really? So what I suspect will happen is when it gets released on a physical media, is it's just going to be chock full of deleted scenes, just tons and tons and tons of deleted scenes. And that's going to get out on YouTube, and that's going to be it. Let's see here. You are going to a double feature of The Crow and The Crow. Oh my goodness. We saw the trailer for The Crow when we went to see the new Crow, not the old Crow, when we went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. And I was like, what is this shit? Like, what is this? This is so bad. Kay the Alien Punk, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. Hello. So yeah. Okay. Let me hop over here so we can just we can hop and do some games. We're going to watch something filthy today. I think we're going to do the cruise ship deck. It's so much filth. So much. So I think it's under, is it under career or specials? Is that right? Yeah. The cruise ship sun deck. So let's restart the job. Oh, hold on, cancel. So yeah, this is when I was having some stream issues. We started playing this, and I had to cut stream because my internet just said no. But yeah, Mary Celis, which I understand now is supposed to be Mary Celeste. Like Mary Celis, Mary Celeste. Like, got it. Oh, hiya, Power Washer. Yeah, we've had a bit of a to-doing on deck. Can't go into the specifics as it'll probs end up in the courts, this one, but it was a bit of a mood breaker. Let's just say that the next time we'll make sure we shake off the seabirds before leaving harbor, and fully vet the entertainment. We've cleaned the deck of what little food the birds left, so you should get a nice clean run at it. clean run. Nice clean run. Okay, let's restart the job. Let's see. So this is one of the free ones that came out for summer. This might be the big massive one. I'm not sure because we played a lot of the other ones. Like the aquarium was also great. I think the aquarium is probably bigger, and we did finish the aquarium. So let me see here. We're gonna start with the lightest nozzle to see how things go. Ooh, doors. I like starting with doors. Yes, the aquarium was a lot of fun, but it was humongous. Okay, so it's doing a thing that I like that Power Wash Simulator does, where a lot of the stuff on the map is very forgiving. Like this is the lightest pressure nozzle that I've got, and it's doing all right so far. Cleaning an aquarium with fire, probably not the move. But you know what? I'd give it a try. Wall. All in all, it's just another dirt on the wall. Sorry, all in all, it's just a speck of dirt on the wall. Speaking of things from many, many years ago, I'm not going to do that to y'all all day, but... Actually, it's funny, because I think the last time that I listened to Rhythm Nation 1814 in its entirety was another time that I was taking a walk on the mall, and it was after another anniversary. But yeah, it was fun to do in parts, the aquarium. And all of these are, like, I could go fast, but that... Going fast defeats the purpose of the fun... chill morning vibes. Now I'm gonna bet that the dirt... Oh, there's some up there. I was like... It's probably some on top of the door. Is this window not clean? What am I... Oh, I'm seeing the map reflected in the window. Rude. The question is... Where on the wall is dirty? Is it on top of the door frame? Let me turn on auto water for a moment. That's not it. Where is the one speck of dust on this wall? Why do you plague me so? Found it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, it's a good mood today. Tanya posted the Miss You Much anniversary tweet from Janet Jackson in my Discord, which meant that was obviously today's walk, and that's got me in a good mood. And the weather's nice, and honestly, the multi-streaming thing worked without a hitch so far, knock wood. I'm using StreamerBot's chat so I can see anything happening on both sides, and it's like, this is good. I like this. And if you are just hanging out and lurking, that is totally fine. I don't yell and scream a lot, so you should be fine for chill morning vibes. So let's get another wall. Okay. Milkshake bubbles, grime. Milkshake bubbles and milkshake. Did the milkshake bring all the birds to the yard? Like the fake story about the train and the seagulls. Have a good one, Puddle Glum. I hope that work today isn't too rough. So there was a meme that went around a while ago. Hey, Adiana, welcome on in. There's a meme that went around a while ago where somebody was eating packets of chips. Like he just had he either had like crisps or chips. And because of where it was, I'm not sure if like this person had a bunch of French fries or this person actually had a packet of potato chips, because that's what we would say on this side of the pond. And the story goes that they were near like they had seagulls coming in, and they were tossing food to the seagulls, and the seagulls were like whatever. And the way the story was printed, the way the meme had, where somebody said, but it seemed like this person was gearing up for something. And essentially the long and short of the story is this person was attracting a bunch of seagulls to their little packet of snacks, and they ended up throwing the packet of snacks on a train just as the doors, like they threw it into the train just as the doors were about to close. And the implication is that a bunch of seabirds flew into the train to get the snacks. And then the story insists on saying, and then the next stop wasn't until 5 minutes away. And it was a very funny story that was passed around until somebody tracked down the origin of it, which turned out to just be a joke that a comedian had told ages ago. And it was reprinted and memed and all that. And I'm like, yeah. So let me see if I can find it. Because yeah, it's funny. Hold on. Train. Daily Mail. Do I have to? I'm trying to find the actual. Okay, here's what a lot of us saw. Here's what a lot of us saw, like printed and posted in places. There, that should go to both. That should go to both Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, it turns out it's like the original origin was a joke told a while ago, but it was a brilliant story regardless. It's a brilliant joke. I don't watch. What's the game show? Would I Lie to You? Is that like one of the game shows where the comedians like do the? Anyway, there's the one comedian on that show who tells a lot of these stories that you're like couldn't possibly be real, and then they turn out to be real. It sounds like a story from that would happen on that show. Got the wall. I do fear, though, that unfortunately what's happening... Wait, don't tell me. Yeah, but what's the one with the comedians, and they definitely... I don't know. My partner loves it. I'm not a huge fan, so I don't always keep up with it, but I can anyway. It just reminds me of how memes nowadays... like that was a very funny story, and everyone's like, is this real? Is this not real? And eventually we were able to track down the source. Stuff that happens nowadays, like, good luck trying to figure out if it ever actually happened, if somebody actually said it, if it's a joke, if it's satire, anything. One stray tweet, and all of a sudden Beyonce is performing at the DNC. She didn't, and she wasn't, and she never planned to. But all it took was like 2 tweets and then a mistaken post of a bee. And that was it. I will say the mistaken post of the bee, like I think it was like one of the press secretaries that posted it. Her daughter posted it on her phone, and that's what clinched it. Never anger a flock of seagulls. You know what's funny is I do remember the song Flock of Seagulls, but when I first think Flock of Seagulls, I always think about Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. And it's such a weird deep cut. Like, you need to know who Flock of Seagulls is, the band, and you need to understand like the new wave haircut that everybody had to understand that he's just talking about the guy's haircut when he says Flock of Seagulls. It's just random shit. Okay. Though that would be a fun, completely false rumor to spread. I am not making any I'm like at 5%. This entire ship is going to defeat me, I'm sure. I'm also going with the lightest nozzle. I could probably, I could probably be doing a little bit more pressure. Also, I saw the joke about Scream earlier, and I do appreciate it. It is one of my favorite songs and one of my favorite videos. And I don't really have favorite music videos anymore. I realize that is not something I have. Okay, the wall mural is split up into various pieces, so that makes it a little bit easier. I'm still laughing because the video that she made for the, I feel like it's Verizon commercial, the Twitch account she made is still up, and everybody is still waiting to see if it goes live. I think it's like Slayonce. And my favorite thing, of course, about the Super Bowl ad is like she's making a big joke about like, nah, she can't break the internet. And at the end of the ad, she says, all right, drop the new single. And everyone's like, oh, ha, 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 because she's breaking the internet. And then she drops a new single. And we're all like, well, dang it. Now I got to spend my night listening to this 500 times. All right, you're going to be a butt, so let's do the little up here. Sometimes you got to pull out the swirly thing. No shame in it. So one thing I do notice is that I can't, I've got to train, either I've got to get a different bot for YouTube, or I've got to train like my streamer bot to be like my bot from now on, because Nightbot can connect to YouTube or Twitch. It can't connect to both. And I don't know that I feel like adding a third bot into my mix. So there may be some updating of streamer bot commands. There, as of yet, no, there is not a daybot. I think that's an always sunny joke, right? Hey, Steven, hello, welcome on in. Hope that you're doing well. StreamerBot can be on multiple platforms. Currently, because of the way I have StreamerBot set up, all of my things in StreamerBot are just to send to Twitch. So I didn't. There was a limit to how much I was willing to redo in a short span of time. So yeah, StreamerBot can be on all the things. Actually, I'm using the StreamerBot chat window to see things on both sides of the to see both sides at the same time. So I can see all the Twitch and all the YouTube chatter at the same time. Unfortunately, Nightbot can't do that. I don't want to use a ladder. I want to get this. Oh, wait. I have something I can stand on over here. Haha, landscape. Ooh, let me get the extending nozzle for this. Dolphin. Dolphin. Wall. Okay, the mural's being stubborn. It's definitely still on the top of the mural. All right. It is, so it's interesting, Antique Raven, if I had the other screen up that has the chat at the bottom, both of those would have shown up. It's not that confusing. Let me see here. Can I just... Let me see here. Do I have a window capture on this screen? I think I do. Yeah. Hello. That's not the, that's the... Okay, that's funny. It's not showing the actual... Let's try if I bring it over here. No, it's not showing the window. That's interesting. Huh. Alright, what if I do display capture? Ah, too many, too many. There we go. Alright. I don't know why it was being weird. But this is what I see on my other Twitch screen. So my other monitor, which is a small TV because it's across the room and it needs to be large. So I see like everyone's chat all together. But I can flip between just Twitch, just YouTube, which is all broadcasts, or the one broadcast that I'm on, because StreamerBot is monitoring the broadcast, and it has an event feed, but right now I think it's only tracking Twitch stuff because I don't know how YouTube handles events. But I have a tab here, all, so I just have all. So if anybody does pop by on YouTube, yes, Stephen Kill on YouTube says it's very exciting being in two places at once. I gotta learn my voice for. Oh, on YouTube we have a comment coming in from YouTube. On Twitch you say, "Oh my, hello." Okay. Kay, I feel like they are working on that. Hold on, I gotta come back up here. I feel like they said they're working on the commands thing. Right now it's just you gotta do the buttons thing, which is it's not great, but it's a start. But yeah, I've talked to people who are in there, like all deep in their forums, and they're like, yeah, they're working on the commands thing, but otherwise, yeah, I wish it were a little better on that. All right, where on the mural is dirty? Oh, all the tops. Okay. All the top bits. Is there a higher thing I can hop on? Not really? All right, in that case, instead of this, let's turn it automatically on. No worry and no rush, because I've decided I'm not, like, if things aren't working the way I need them to, they can always be put on a list to do later. Like, there's nothing that's ever so vital I need it done now, especially the time stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Although I think I'm gonna have to ladder to get the top of this mural. And am I? Is it the? I definitely think it's the mural. And there's so little of it left. I'm gonna be mad if it's something down here. You know what? Let's see what part of the wall mural. It's 99% clean. Okay, so it's definitely the top part. So let's. Hey, Dancing Vera, welcome on in. Hey, Dre. This is some mess. Yeah, I'm purposely not looking behind me just yet, like I'm in a horror movie. I may come back and finish the mural once I have to do ladder stuff at the end, but right now let's just focus on ground level problems. Like the pool. Nope. Definitely not that. Definitely not that, Jamie. And you say the time, and I'm like, it probably wasn't just one time. Well, it does appear that they're in port, so they clearly got everybody off. And I remember the story is something about they had an act that involved food, and then they had seagulls. You know, similar to when we did the Spanish Villa, and the person is like, well, I invited a bunch of cats around because I left out food for them. And it turned out that they were basically Pied Pipering the neighborhood cats. I could see having a neighbor like that just put out food, and the neighborhood, the cats were like, yeah, no, this is the place we come now, and everyone in the neighborhood is like, can you stop feeding my cats? Yeah, it's a problem that Tanya's mentioned quite a while. I suspect that possibly a refresh, like since the mobile app has refreshed, actually changing and refreshing the app might work, but then you have to update to the new Twitch mobile app. So, yeah. I don't know if I updated my app or not. I can't remember where. I read a statistic that they believe, oh, speaking of mobile apps, I'll get to that in a second. They believe that like the majority of new Twitch viewers are coming through on mobile, which, okay. But I will say, if you're on mobile, please make sure that you're doing your subscriptions through the website. Go to subs.twitch.tv. Because the platform has taken their cut, and Twitch apparently used to absorb the cost, and Twitch has decided they're not going to absorb the cost anymore, which tells you something. And when I was posting news about the increase, somebody looked at the Canadian dollar increase, and they said that's basically the cost of Netflix. And that really that comment stood out to me. It hasn't, like it's always been a little bit, but generally Twitch was willing to absorb some of that cost. Like essentially the biggest name in the news that got caught out for it was Patreon. Like everybody got the Patreon email and was like, what? So I may start not pushing, but I may start making my like Ko-Fi links a little more prominent. Because like I don't want anybody like spending any more on me than they need to. I appreciate the fact that you spend money on me at all. It is appreciated, but unnecessary. And I already have too many subscriptions a month I'm paying for like, you know, like movies and music and TV and stuff like that. So by all means, okay. This deck is so close to being clean, and I have played myself. No, I haven't. All right, another piece of the upper deck. There's a TikTok about somebody whose neighbor is feeding their cat, then yeah, if somebody is feeding my pet, it's just like in real life. If somebody is constantly trying to give nice things to my partner, I know they're trying to steal my partner away from me. It's the same thing with cats and pets. If somebody just keeps feeding my cat or my dog, you trying to steal my dog. You trying to steal my cat. Oh, I like when I can get a big old swath of dirt with one swipe. But yeah, I'd say that if the people that you want to subscribe to, you know, and this is totally a you thing. For me, having emotes, having a length of time, having a having a length of subscription time is less important to me than if I need that money to go to the streamer for support. Oh, sorry, I still got the wall mural I'll come to you later. Um, and you know, $4.99, aka $5 a month on Ko-fi, at least is going all to the streamer. Nobody's coming in and taking a cut of it. Is it ad time already? Wow. All right. So yeah, it's tough, and you know, I enjoy streaming because I enjoy streaming. At one time, I felt like the Yup. At one time, I felt like the connections that I was making in terms of activations and opportunities was enough. Like, that's why I was never really pushing. I don't want to push a sub goal. You know, the only thing I'd love is I'd love if the followers got to a nice big round number. Like, I'd love it if the followers hit 10K, but it's hard to do a follower push because I gotta convince everybody. You know, like, yeah, you can tell your friends to come and watch me, but I really got to convince them to follow me. And there was a time when companies understood that, yeah, if I want streamers, content creators, influencers to help promote my products, I should just pay them. And I'm not talking about Stream Elements if you get 10 people to sign up for Star Trek Mobile Command Force microtransaction BS. I mean, just pay me. I will say I'm taking it very slow, because I can. You know, I got nowhere else to be for a while. But I could, there's, you know, first off, you can unlock so you can do this if you want. I'm like, you can unlock so you can do this too. It's less chill, but you know, it's faster. But also, that's the point. The point is that, yeah, you have a massive map and you're just cleaning it off. And if you're somebody who really enjoys watching like the rug cleaning videos or the power wash ASMR videos, then this is definitely your jam. Oh, it's finally coffee that got you out of bed. So enjoy the coffee. I shall enjoy being taken to another room. Getting the apartment tour. Okay. But I didn't get this when I first got it. I was like, okay, it's Power Wash Simulator, whatever, it's Power Washer. And then the first night I had it, I was up until 2 playing Power Wash Simulator. Like, where did the time go? Okay, we're at 20%, so we're getting the story. So we've been having a tough time of it, truth be told. We'd hired a magician called the Great Ted Cheese, but he disappeared. I too can make cheese disappear. The Great Ted Cheese. The Grated Cheese. Literally, that's not a joke. We still haven't found him. He was there opening night, did some balloon magic for the kids that went down like a lead one, and we haven't seen him since. Okay, if I'm gonna, let me clean the last bit of this upper deck, and then I will take a little ad break. I'll get up and stretch my legs. This better clean the upper deck. If it doesn't, then I'm still gonna take a break. Okay. I feel like this is still a lot of this would be a lot for somebody to know, so maybe not. But let me do a BRB, and I will be back in a little bit. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna probably reheat my coffee because it got a little cold. And yeah, if you're here and you're watching, I appreciate you. If you're here on YouTube, if you're here on Twitch, I appreciate it. And I'll be back in a few minutes. On Twitch, you'll see an ad. On YouTube, you won't, because I don't know how YouTube does those things. But I'll see you shortly. Pardon me. Hello, welcome back. Welcome me back. Hi. Mur, hello, welcome on in. I feel like congratulations? I believe I was in Space Valkyrie stream, and your story or book is in a something. But I'm watching when I'm working, so my brain does not completely process. But also, like, you know, friends should just say congratulations to you anyway, just for no reason, but I believe there's actual reason here. Hold on, I saw... Oops, I gotta get out of the window. Maple Zaddy, there is something to be said about how well these job games have done over the past 10 years. Yeah, it was basically like Flight Sim, Train Simulator, truck driving, and now we have everything. And some of them like this, you know, there's a little bit of realism to it, but mostly it's about the jokes. And then there are others that are like, what did I see one recently? Crime scene cleaner, and it's not about the people who work for the law. It's about people who are cleaning crime scenes because they work for like the non-law. Your book was in a best SFF books of all time. Damn right it is. Oop, take care. Have a good one. Okay, let's... little sun lounger. Okay, the sun loungers are ready. I guess we should deal with the pool. It's so dirty. Okay, this is the play pool. Okay, yeah, I don't like... Okay, we're gonna do the normal. And we'll do the right nozzle again to see if we can just do this. Okay. I'm now remembering, and I need to go make a short out of it, the one we were playing Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, and the pool float got popped, because that had never happened on stream before. And I need to go find that moment and click it. Hey Amaris, welcome on in. But also, this unicorn needs to get cleaned. Clean your little tushy. There we go. Can I bounce on you? No. Okay. I believe it was the jousting duck. Who I do not remember what we have named the jousting duck. I feel like the jousting duck is named Sir something, but yeah, it was definitely the jousting pole that just popped it. Sir Quackalot? That sounds like a name I gave it. Because I don't mind the easy low-hanging fruit. Although it did remind me of a recent TikTok. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm trying to engage with the vertical video sites a little more. Still not tons. You know, I'll be honest, they are my, like, shortly right before bedtime. And there was a TikTok. It's like when your friend who mostly reads like smut or romantasy starts reading just regular fantasy, and it says, it has the person going, well, yeah, this guy King Arthur, it says he came a lot, and the friend is like, no, Camelot. Yeah, Camelot. Camelot. Yeah, no, it says right here, King Arthur, Camelot. I was fucking shrieking at this, y'all. It was so perfect. I was like, okay, okay, you got me. It was, I was like, yep, all right, all right. Well, I mean, that really does put the metaphor of throwing the sword into the lake as just taking a cold shower. Okay, we're gonna get the floor first. Oh, it's so dirty down here. There's probably, I don't know if there's an achievement for moving the ball around. He did, that's true. So you can definitely say that many a mighty warrior had their hands on King Arthur's sword before he truly knew what to do with it. Are we still counting Mordred as his kid? Because he did just, you know... No, wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He just wasn't aware. At least that's what the myths say. Also, I will say, my entire knowledge of Arthurian myth and legend comes from the movie Excalibur. Hey, Rocky Mount. I don't know. I hope that you were at the very least still in pajamas or in bed. Yeah, okay. Like, if you don't chant the charm of making while you're putting on your, like, makeup in the morning, I don't even know who you are. Because Dotiel Dienve to you too, is all I'm saying. Also, my first... Excalibur was my first exposure to Sir Patrick Stewart. But no, I do love when someone discovers the movie Excalibur, or somebody who does film study starts posting like stills from the film, because the way they did a lot with that movie back in the day, lighting, atmosphere, was really well done. Hey, Mermaid Jeans, welcome on in. All right. What did the drummer name his two daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2. Well done. When I was a kid, we told the same joke with Lawrence Welk. But I was a kid in the late 1900s. Sorry, in the early the late 1900s. So, you know. I definitely wasn't alive in the early 1900s. What? Who said that? What? Who said that? Definitely not me. What? That's not possible. Though when I think about it, the only cultural immediate reference I have for the drummer calling out the count of the song is We Are Sex Bomb. Like, Scott Pilgrim, I think, is the immediate cultural reference to my brain of the drummer calling out the count for the song. What is this? Tipping bucket. Be sure to always tip your children in the play pool. Yeah, I think everybody has seen the email, which again might be fake, it might be real, who knows? An email of a student to a professor asking if there is a I think, see, it's the ask that makes me think it's fake. Of is there a limit on the time periods for our sources? I was wondering if it would be okay to use something from the late 1900s, and like it's a weird ask. So I'm like, it makes me think that it's just it's like a big joke, but it's still funny. Okay, I think the tipping buckets are done. Yeah, what's in these? Oh, nope. You gotta get clean on the inside, buddy. Okay. The slide. Hey, alien traveler, welcome on in. Oh, that is not gonna... Okay, let's get the... let's see here. I think we're gonna have to go to green. Another, like, weird... I don't know. Like, your brain does weird things, and your brain goes on weird tangents. And it's awful when you write. It's awful when you write, even if it's, you know, journal, blogging, or actual write, because then you're like, you follow the path of your random stray thoughts. Because you're like, oh, is this something I'm going to actually write down, or is this just a stray thought I'm having? And I was thinking about something recently, like a phrase that we're not sure if it's reaching the overuse point, aka where it starts to become quote-unquote cringe. And it feels like the speed of that is happening faster, but it's mostly the speed of drift. Like a phrase or a slang or something will come, and everyone who knows the exact specific thing it's from uses it, and they use it correctly, and it's all fine. Then it starts to drift out of that group, and people are mostly using it correctly, but then they start using it incorrectly. And there's like this moment where it's like, okay, we're not really using that right, but we're still saying it, to the point where now the saying becomes overused, and the people who initially knew about it, they're like, ugh, you aren't even saying it right. And the people who just hear it all the time are like, ugh, I'm sick of hearing it. And that's when when it starts to tip from overuse is where it starts to hit the cringe point, because then it starts to hit people who aren't chronically online, or, you know, they hear a coworker say it and it's like, so it's just this drift point of, oh, that really cool phrase, to, ugh, no one's saying that anymore, to, ugh, really, no one's saying it anymore, and you're being embarrassing. Another TikTok I saw was a dad embarrassing his daughters in the drive-thru. I cannot recall the exact phrasing, but he was using all of the slang, and his daughters are in the back seat, utterly mortified, because he's at the drive-thru window, and the person on the other end is like, sure, I got you, sure, whatever you want. And his daughters are just like, Dad, please, Dad, no, stop. Sadly, it had to be like a, you know, this is where my brain also goes. Same place. My brain goes the same place with TikTok that it does with like OnlyFans and stuff. And it's like, how many cameras did you have? Because you had one on you and one on the back seat, and the cuts between the two were pretty seamless. So did you have two cameras going in the car? Admittedly, the car was stopped at a drive-thru, so it's not a safety issue. It's just, at some point doing it for the content, like the amount of suspension of disbelief that this thing just happened versus you are doing it for the content is past the point of me really being interested anymore. You know, which I suppose is the same thing with OnlyFans adult content and adult feature films, where Oh, welcome on in, Cozy Raid. Where, you know, the films are very clearly setting up a situation that probably never existed in real life, so you have the suspension of disbelief baked in. But when smaller creators are trying to replicate the same thing, it's like, we know you're just putting this on, so meh. But welcome on in, Cozy Witch. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome, Raiders. You brought cookies. Yay! Let me see here. Get you a little shout out. Makers and crafting. Oh, what were you crafting? What were you making? I'm curious. But yeah, welcome on in, Raiders. We are just playing some Power Wash Simulator because it's Saturday morning and I didn't really want to think too hard. I'm also testing like multi-streaming on YouTube and it seems to be working very well. So fantastic. I do love cookies. And thank you for those new follows. And since you're here, let me welcome you in properly. Needle felting a large cat bus from my neighbor Totoro. Wow. Okay, that sounds really fun. If anybody has a good clip from Cozy Witch's stream where we can get a good peek at that, please feel free to share it in chat. Clips are allowed, so that will be really fun to see. But since you're here, let me go to do the thing, and in my brain I had what I was going to say, and I don't, so I'm just going to push buttons instead.
Initiating raid message.
It's my double finger guns.
On behalf of your host, Urban Bohemian, please accept this automated message welcoming you to the channel. You will find a variety of content here, including but not limited to games, food and drink, chat, and tabletop RPGs.
Just flick the screen.
And it is our fondest wish that some or all of it will entice you to follow and perhaps even subscribe to this channel. In accordance with the channel rules, we ask that you be your best selves and understand that the streamer and mods have the final word.
I forgot the VHS tapes on the side.
Should you find yourself unable to enjoy or engage with the content,
VHS. They might be
we
beta.
understand if you cannot stay and hope to see you back again some other time. We are very pleased to have you with us, and we hope that you enjoy your stay. Great message ends.
Oh, thank you for the follow. So yeah, we were just doing some power washing Saturday morning here, and I'm talking about a bunch of stuff, and I just ended a whole thing talking about suspension of disbelief in modern presented media, and yeah. Let me come back over here, bring back our music, and yeah, we are washing this massive ship cruise deck, which, as you can see, is, well, okay, it's cleaner now, but it's very dirty. I'll be real. I was talking about suspension of disbelief in both like TikTok creators and stuff like that, but also in adult features and now smaller produced adult content, and how the suspension of disbelief is just not there anymore, which is fine. You don't always have to tell a story. You can just have a video. But when I see TikToks that are done and they're like multiple camera thing, like edits, I'm fine with edits because I edit my stuff all the time. But when it gets into like multiple cameras, multiple takes, it feels like you need a better platform than TikTok for that. But I guess some people don't, you know. I don't know. I start to think about short film festivals, and there's one creator, I don't, if anyone is aware of who this person is, Nicholas Flannery, who is on both TikTok and Instagram, and they put together these brilliant scenes and stories that are very clearly parodies of like modern movies. And it's really great. And the reason that I feel disappointed is that you're like, unless you purposely are seeking out this creator, And he actually asked on one of his recent videos, is it possible to make a playlist on TikTok? Because your chances are you're not seeing a lot of these, a lot of the videos, because Instagram and TikTok just serve them up to you in whatever order they want. And I don't know, I'm sure if I looked at my analytics, it would tell me how many people like clicked through to my actual page versus just watching something. Hey, the slide is clean. Yes, Myrrh, it does. It is a lot of work to grab somebody's eyes and keep them there for just long enough to make them not scroll away. Okay. Let's finish the slide platform. I like the tile that they've done here and the little wave motif. Because I mean, I know I look at my YouTube videos, and it doesn't matter when I upload playlist stuff to YouTube, Twitch videos to YouTube. It does not matter. YouTube is like, yeah, you had some viewers, but they only watched about 1% of this before they left. And I put like, you know, I put chapter markers, and oh no, please enjoy the lunch and lurk. Food is important. And getting on with your day is very important. Thank you for bringing your folks over here. I do appreciate it. And anybody who has followed, I will take good care of you, because we are a ridiculous but fun bunch here. That's really going to bother me. There's like this one piece of something. It's not dirt. It's right there. It's not dirt. It's just on the map, but it looks like dirt. How could they do this to me? What did I do to you that you just left this random dark pixel in the middle of the thing? What I don't, it's not fair. That's not fair. Mm-mm. It's true. Usually I do know what I did. Okay, I think the platform... Okay, so let's get the stairs. Let me stand up. Okay, platform is done. Okay, I think the entire ladder is all one piece, so... Oh, the steps are rainbow! I like that. Oh, that's so cute. You have a speech to write. Well, I hope that you have good inspiration for your speech, and that the words come easily. But thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's get the underside. Your inspiration is you don't want to fail your first assignment. Well, then, honestly, that's good inspiration. And yeah, I hope that the writing goes well. All right, the ladder is done. Oh, that's a pretty ladder. They opt for the 7 color rainbow, which is nice. Wait, is that 7 or 8? Yeah, it's 7. So it's the full Roy G, if you will. All right, slide base. All right, let's do a little of that. There we are. Hey Val, welcome on in. I hope that you're doing well this morning. Looking at the clock immediately. Hey Hawkmere, good morning. Let's do the wall of the pool. Like, I'm definitely familiar with most of my friends' sleeping patterns, so, you know, seeing them posting something at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning my time, very normal. It's when I see them posting stuff or getting up at 6 or 7 a.m. my time that I'm like, you okay? Hey Tawani, welcome on in. Alrighty, the play pool wall. Is the play pool clean? Did we get it? The play pool is clean. No candy bars in the pool a la Caddyshack here, baby. Okay, let's start over here. Oh, it's a window. And it's a wall. It's a window. It's a wall. That's it. We're not going to go anywhere there, past there. Though I have not seen, red, white, and royal blue. But I saw a screen gab. A screen gab, don't you know? A screen grab where I think the white guy, is he the British one, the blonde white guy, is actually talking about the song, and he was like, did he just say till the sweat drips off my balls? And I don't know if that's actually in the show or not, but it would be hilarious. I'm very bad when it comes to like modern queer TV. I've not watched Heartstoppers. I haven't watched Red, White, and Royal Blue. I don't know if I'm just too old and cynical for it. You know, it's hard because so many of my queer stories growing up, queer romance especially, had an element of like really messed up tragedy. So it's very weird to watch stuff now that is just pure joy, and I think I just need to get over it. Or get over myself. But it's still a bit weird. Hey Shingetsu, welcome on in. It did look a bit like Starry Night, but I think, yeah, that's egg, is what that is. That's egg. Now I wonder if anyone's done Starry Night with Jelly Bellies. Do they still call them Jelly Bellies? I think they still call them Jelly Bellies. Or at least the company might still be Jelly Belly. Um, I like scripted content because even if I figure out where it's going, I still like to see the journey. Um, Whereas stuff that is labeled as unscripted, I know unscripted also means heavily edited, and that turns me off of unscripted content. Like knowing why they use the opaque wine glasses now, as opposed to when they just used to use regular wine glasses, definitely takes me out of stuff. Or that one scene, oh god, I don't remember which show it was, where they tried their hardest to edit it all together as one long conversation. And the guy's hat, I think it was was it Ray J? His hat moves around like 8 times. I do want to play Crush House. I should look up Crush House because it sounded like it might be fun. But I confess, most of the time, I watch my comfort shows, and I watch them repeatedly. There was a Twitter meme, not really meme. I don't know, what do you call? It's not a meme, but essentially a prompt. There was a Twitter prompt going around, and it was, what TV show do you find just endlessly rewatchable? And for me, will come as no surprise to anyone, it's Murder, She Wrote. I don't notice something new every time. Sometimes I do, but usually it'll be like the clothing. I know exactly how it's going to end each time, but I'll still watch it because my brain is like, we're just going to turn off some of those higher functions for a little while. Yeah, we're good. Thank you. All right, got the wall. Is this whole thing one big wall? Okay, we'll try and get this big wall too. Oh, that's 2. Ooh, let's stand on the... Come here. I'm going to stand on this telescope. We're on a ship. I guess I should call it a spyglass. Oh. I need to get back into Stargate. I should have given it more of a chance back then. Oh. Come here. Where is this window dirty? Oh, it's on the... There we go. Oh yeah, when you get back to Deep Space Nine, I'll be happy because I like Deep Space Nine, but I also understand shows take a while to get into, and we got a lot of things to watch. And unfortunately, I'm not going to advocate pirating. I'm not going to advocate pirating. I will simply say, though, a show you really like may just vanish. So, do what you gotta do. If your friend is like, oh, the show's really fun, we should watch it, just do what you gotta do. Okay, we're at 40%, so we get more of the story. So that meant okay, so the magician had disappeared. So that meant entertaining the passengers all rested on our resident theater ensemble heads, shoulders, knees, and toes. Well, for starters, they weren't used to performing for grown-ups. And by day 5, they were all out of pre-prepared material anyway and became an ill-received improv collective. On day 6, they quickly pivoted and, well... Is this explaining them just throwing food? An ill-conceived improv collective. That sounds like the shadiest read from a critic going to your improv night. Like, oh gosh, somebody give me the name of an improv group, and it's got to be ridiculous and punny. But just to say, this ill-conceived improv collective, like that's just the shadiest critic read ever. Ill-conceived. Hey, Chrysicom, welcome on in. Watching you play Zenless Zone Zero Zebra Zephyr Zap. I don't know what the name of the game is. It's 3 Z's. Watching you play that, I, for the first time ever, had the experience of, I know I'm watching a video game, but I have no idea what's happening. Zenless Zone Zero? Is that it? Like, I know he's playing a game. I just don't know what it is. I also realize one drawback of using StreamerBot chat versus Twitch chat is StreamerBot is, as of yet, and maybe I need to get the right thing, doesn't have support for the pronouns extension, so I cannot see folks' pronouns if they are using them. So let me come over here to see. Yeah, like I see a lot of people who came in on the raid. Like, yeah. So I'll check to see if that's a thing. That I can get done in the StreamerBot chat. Because that would be, for me, that would be a nice quality of life improvement. Can I get on this? Can I get on this tree? Hold on. No. Fine. Now I'm stuck in the pool. Wait. I'm stuck in the pool. I'm like a sim. I'm stuck in the pool. All right. Okay, let me do this. Because, yeah, I saw the... I saw the reports about the Acolyte, which I never started. And I will watch, but removing... I mean, I went to the Disney store, and I was able to find Acolyte merchandise. But it's very clear that the page that was once devoted to the Acolyte has been removed. Which I don't really understand. Like, why would you do this? You know, a show had a fan base. That's it. Like, I mean, lots of shows have anti-fan bases. So what? Not everybody likes everything. But why would you just remove stuff? Like, why would you do that? But the absolute indignity, the absolute indignity was that they had, I believe they had Manny come out for D23. Like, why have him come out for D23 if you're going to cancel his show on his birthday? Like, why even do the thing then? You know, why? That's just like that's just insulting. You know, that's akin to like a coach giving a press conference after a game and looking down and finding out from their phone that they've been fired while they're giving the press conference. Like, what? Like, the point? All right, let's see here. The black stuff is not mold. We are not in Joanne's house. It is grime. It is bird poo. It is egg. I think there was some milkshake up here. There's milkshake and hot sauce on the trees. Yeah. We should probably get all the... Yeah, let's get the trees up here. I mean, they're probably fake trees, but still. And, you know, corporate decisions are corporate decisions. That's it. Corporate decisions are corporate decisions. But having seen some companies make decisions in the past week that were not well received by fans, they might need to do a little bit more explaining of their decisions if they want fan buy-in. That's all. Oh, I didn't clean the full shrimp. Got it. Let's get this and get that. Yeah, I think that's the other thing is the money laundering, just like Warner Brothers with the Acme movie and Batgirl. Like, you know, there are a lot of theories, and it is unfortunate that most of us as lay people will never know the real reason. Like, we're gonna have to wait for somebody to leave the company and write a book before we actually know, like, okay, the thing you thought it was that. Oop, come here. Get on top of the railing. I don't know how we're going to get on top of this palm leaf without a ladder, which is annoying. Maybe we can get on the slide. I can't... Well, it helps if I don't fall off the slide. Okay, let's go ahead and use the extra long nozzle. All right, fine. I will wait until we're near the end for the ladder stuff, because I just don't like using the ladder unless I absolutely have to. So yeah, it sucks because, yeah, like, you know, you had people who were looking forward to things happening, and they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna nice, we're not gonna do it anymore, just done. And I'm like, why though? Yeah, that is hot sauce. So again, as much as this channel does not condone pirating of TV shows, because while I would download a car... No, I totally download a car. I mean, I've seen Automan. I would download a car. I just feel like you shouldn't miss out on shows that maybe people are telling you are/were really good. There should be a way for you to see those things. I was thinking about today how my first thought when I think about Chicago is Leslie Ann Warren in Victor Victoria singing, you know, Chicago, Illinois is like a shiny toy. And I thought to myself, is there anywhere that I can watch Victor Victoria right now with, you know, I don't have several subscriptions to things, but I have enough. And I'm like, is there anywhere that I could just sit down and watch Blake Andrews, Victor Victoria? Did Blake Andrews do Victor Victoria? I know he did SOB. I think it was a Blake Andrews. Anyway, could I watch that movie? Or would I have to resort to other means? And what ridiculousness of it is that, like, to watch a Julie Andrews movie, I'd have to figure out a way to see that as opposed to just typing into any of my services. Like, why wouldn't you have that film? Why not? So yeah, it's just weird. And there isn't a whole lot that the standard consumer can do about it, except just watch, because we don't own it. Oh, let me guess. Is it the entire wall? It is. Okay. We'll see if we can get to 50 or 60% before we end. I know we're coming up on our next ad break. What's really wild is I do see on my walk, and it seems like it's parked in the same place every day, so I'm wondering if the owner... I mean, look, if you own a car in DC and you have a permit to park it on the street and there's no street cleaning, you probably almost never move your car. But there is a Tesla that's parked in the same place every morning, and I look at just a regular Tesla, not a Cybertruck, and I'm like, this is a sleek... Like, the profile is a sleek profile. It's not a bad profile. I'm sure if I looked up online, there are other cars that also have the same profile. But I also remember getting a Tesla Uber once, and we couldn't figure out how to get into it. We couldn't figure out how to get out of it. Even the driver seemed confused on how to let us in or out. And I'm just like, this is an ill-conceived car. Probably similarly to an improv group, it is ill-conceived. I will also confess, I do not have a working knowledge of car body types. I see... Ooh, lunch, nice. I see a nice shape, and I'm like, my brain says that is an attractive shape of a car. Like, I know what that car is saying to its owner when I see that shape on a car, and I'm like, yeah, it's a nice shape. I just remember everything else about it. I'm like, I'm just confused by everything else. Okay, get the rest of this wall. Okay, let me get ready to run another ad. This will be a short one. Oop, tree's in the way. Fake tree in the way, by the way. Just yeah, you should not have to come up with a unique exit strategy for your car if its power goes out. It's a bit of a mess. The footprints, the eggy, grimy footprints are interesting. Oh, I forgot to look at the gnomes. The gnomes are just chilling. Well, at least they're happy. Okay, where on this wall is still dirty? Are they? They might be. Okay, lower wall's done. So let me take a quick pause. I'm going to run a quick ad. If you're on Twitch and you're not a subscriber or Twitch Turbo, you will see a 90-second ad. It's going to be really short. I'm going to continue cleaning because I'd love to get to 60% so we can get the next part of the story before we wind it down in about a half an hour. But let me see here. Let me just check on something. Excellent. So let me, what was I doing? No, I was going to run an ad. So yeah, if you're not a subscriber or have Twitch Turbo, I will see you back in about 90 seconds. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you shortly. Boop. There we go. That'll get us to 10:30. Okay, we are at halfway done. Whoa, we're halfway there, etc. Can I jump from there onto... Yes! Okay. Let's go ahead and get the extra long nozzle. We'll do this to get a little more. It's sort of reverse abstract painting, it feels like. Okay. All right, and done. Welcome back. Anybody who was stuck in ad jail. All right, let's come over here and finish this wall, hopefully. There we go. All right, wall's done. Let's click our regular stubby gun on for the windows. I already took a break, Nightbot, so shush. That's going to be the interesting dichotomy between Twitch and YouTube is, you know, YouTube is about ads that you do after your videos are up, whereas Twitch is we run the ads as you're watching. I have no idea if Twitch runs ads when you watch a VOD or not. Is that the word? Is that the, did I say the,
Ta-da!
say the word of the day? Let's see here. Oh, I need to go pick up. I've got a package to pick up that has my new. I bought a bunch of new masks for conventioning. And a power brick. One of the ones that is like magnetic so that my phone will stick to it so I can make a little, like I can stand it up like a little phone stand. But I'm looking forward to heading out to seeing my friend for brunch because we did not hang out last week. He was not feeling well. And it was not a COVID not feeling well, but it was still not feeling well, so, eh. But I look forward to us having brunch at a place that has my new word that, like, it's not a bad thing, it's just a thing, is my new word for brunch service that is not quite... It's good, but it's not quite great, is weird. So I'm sorry that also, you know, Democrats use weird to talk about Republicans, but they are weird. Is, you know, they have a time limit on their brunch, which we acknowledge and accept. We don't like, but we acknowledge it. And for their, they do like mimosas, they also do beer, and then they do like the canned vodka sodas. But for the mimosas, it's odd. They offer like 4 juices that they tell you one time and never again. You know, they don't have paper menus, so you don't get to see what it is without looking it up again. And even so, they bring around the bottle of bubbly, which is not grape bubbly because it's mimosa time. And they keep refilling your glass with bubbly, and then eventually remember, oh right, we should put some juice in that too. And the juice that comes around is probably not the juice that you ordered, but it's the juice that's there, and you're just like, yeah, I need some juice so I can process this, process these bubbles without becoming a belchy nightmare. I'm gonna save one of these. Oh, hold on. Oh, trying to save the footprints, but I'm not doing it very well. But the food is very good. It is French Chinese fusion. They also have a restaurant in DC that does French Japanese fusion, and it's delicious. And we have a great time. We can almost never get a reservation. Ah, sorry. Mary Celeste is telling us some more. We normally have a no food on deck policy, but by way of apology, a buffet was hastily prepared in the pool area. This backfired as we woefully underestimated the demand from the all-inclusive ticket holders. I have been on a cruise before. I have been all-inclusive. Do not put food out if you don't want people to eat. I told the captain that we really shouldn't be offering those tickets on a family cruise, but did he listen? Okay, I decided that I'm just going to clean the deck and the footprint's got to go. So they already had bad entertainment that didn't go over well. They decided, as a way of apology to the guests, they would put a buffet on the pool deck. Again, not a good idea. The only kind of food service that should be on a pool deck is a swim-up bar, which is one of my favorite things in existence. Because I get to be in the pool, I also get to be sitting down and having a drink, and I have a really easy exit when I have had too much to drink but would have difficulty getting out of the pool. I love a swim-up bar. Yeah, some of the French cuisine French Chinese fusions are interesting. Others they're okay. They do a really nice curry. They have some very good rice and egg dishes for brunch, so we look forward to that. And then it puts us downtown, so we're able to go to like the museum or something afterwards. So yeah, if you are down in DC again for lunch or brunch, I'll send the menu as a possible for that one. Because it's like just up from Chinatown. Ba-doop. Lower deck. Lower deck. Hey, you leave my nuggies alone. I haven't had nuggies in ages. That is a cute username. Okay. Where'd I... Okay, this part of the lower deck's mostly clean. So, oh yeah, it's all this. Chicken wings are great. I think there is a sale this week on chicken wings at the store, like a big value pack. I may have to go snag a value pack of wings and make wings. I mean, well, I do have a... I have a personal health holiday coming up. One of my cancerversaries is coming up next Friday. Wait. Did I get that wrong? Yeah, it's it's this Friday, so the 30th. So I could make wings for that. Then my birthday is coming shortly after that. Because it is officially Virgo season, so yay. And I have a few days off work and a few days out of town leading up to it. So there may be some days when I'm not. I may have to skip a stream day or two, depending on my schedule. Also depending on jet lag, which I usually don't get. But we'll see. Okay, it looked like there was a shape in the chair that I thought might be an in joke, but apparently not. Yeah, they did the thing to make this deck a little, to make the whole thing a little easier to clean. So the lightest nozzle of pressure actually cleans a lot. If I'd had more PTO, I would have thought about going to PAX West, but I don't know. I feel like I don't travel enough, but I like there to be a purpose to my travel, so I'm not good when I just go to a place and don't have a plan. I think the most I've done that is when my friend and I, we got an apartment in Philadelphia for a week, and we worked during the day, and then at night we would go out and do stuff. But I'm not good with just, I don't really have plans. I'm just here, because then I feel pressure to do something, and then it's like, welcome back, you and your pumpkin spice coffee. Hey, Sax, welcome on in. Let's see here. All right, this lower deck looks pretty clean over here. Probably got to get underneath the... I'm going to leave the gnomes if I can, because they're just chilling. But I can at least leave them chilling on clean decks. Clean chairs. Clean chairs. Yep. All right, the entire deck is clean. Let's get these chairs. Yeah, that's the reason I ordered new masks. I looked to see what people were saying for comfort and for all-day wear. So I have some new masks that arrived today. I'm pondering getting a little portable air thing. Maybe. We'll see. And yeah, you know. I mean, yeah, I've heard about monkeypox. The last time when it hit, I went and got my shots. Because queer folks were on top of it. And we were quick. We were quick to say, yeah, we're immediately arranging this in DC. Here's where to come. Get your vaccination of this. Come back and get your second vaccine. Wait, monkeypox I think was a twofer. And yeah, we were on top of that. Okay, can I get over here again? Come on. Dang it. The speedrunners make it look so easy to do the jumps. I'm not good at doing the jumps. Okay, apparently I just suck at the jumps, so we'll do it from over here. Yeah, I don't want to get anybody sick. And I am a known... like, y'all know me. If you've seen me at conventions or anywhere, you know that I enjoy having some food and I enjoy having some drinks. So you will see me without a mask on when we're having food and drink. But I'm going to do my best with my mask discipline this time around to be a lot more on between cocktails. Because yeah, it's I'm not going to say it's unavoidable, because it is. But it's getting more and more difficult because, you know, when we were all trying our best to isolate to the best of our ability, it was a lot easier to keep a handle on. Now, I am not an epidemiologist, so I'm not an expert. You know, but I definitely have I've either not gotten it or I have been asymptomatic, which for me is worse. Because asymptomatic, like, I don't have a reason to feel weird, so I take a test and it's fine if I feel bad, but if I don't feel bad, then I'm like, oh. So, yeah. It also reminds me it's time to get my flu shot scheduled. And I want to see if we have a new COVID vaccine coming out. I want to maybe wait and get both of those around the same time. Oh, combined. That's nice. I do CVS here. We have Walgreens here, but I do CVS, so I'll probably still have to get them separately, even though I can get the appointment on the same day. But I don't have details on that yet. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to keep in mind. What is it? 10:16. All right. I don't know if we'll have time to finish. I'm going to see if I can go. Can I go fast? Shall I do the thing? Do the zippy thing? Because, yeah, it's just about, you know, not getting sick and trying your best not to get others sick. And I say trying your best because it is not a moral failing to get this disease. It is not at all. There we go. Okay. Everything's gross. Let's get the grossest thing of all, the spa pool. I don't want to think about what's happened in this pool. I'm just going to clean it and move on. Let's see. Ooh, COVID can trigger lupus and other autoimmune conditions. Yeah, I mean, first off, you know, just as I say, do your best to be mindful, limit your exposure, protect yourself when you go out, because, you know, we've all confirmed you don't want to get this, you don't want to have this, nobody wants to acquire a chronic illness like this. But yeah, just all right, let's get the rim. Hey, when I went on a cruise, the one thing I didn't go into was the hot tubs. I trust chlorine in a large area. I don't necessarily trust anything in the small area. Your insurance didn't oh. As Marge Simpson said, yes, I do hate America sometimes, yeah. Yeah, that's free with a little asterisk. There's, I mean, because I mean, you know, we had free, and then all of a sudden free wasn't free anymore. All right. Can I get on the railing? There we go. I do like the chrome when they do anything that's like metallic. It's a really nice with the lighting choices. It's very fun. And at least it's not rust, because I would be a little concerned if this railing had rust on a cruise ship. Like, that's the one thing about this map that would confirm me, really. Alright, let's do that. And that. I also really hate railings, because railings on these maps have an upside, a down. They have too many things. They've got the top, the bottom, the sides of each pole. Ugh, railings are the worst. Gotcha. Oh, the stairs are this entire piece, aren't they? Okay, so... Where are the stairs dirty? Is it the little edge? Ah, got it. Okay. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. We are... As you've been part of the conversation, we are power washing a cruise ship deck, and we are discussing why healthcare is fucked up. Like, just everywhere. Up the ladder. You know, I saw that Tiltify is going to start allowing... essentially, Tiltify is going to start allowing fundraising campaigns for anything. So you'll be able to do personal ones for Tiltify now. Which, since they're streaming, they've made it very easy to stream with Tiltify, I believe it'll be a lot easier for people to put together mutual aid fundraisers now, using Tiltify's stuff. Alright. What's dirty on this wall? This wall's so clean. It's so clean. What's dirty on the wall? figure it out later. Okay, the rim is going to be weird because I cannot quite reach it. Perfect. Okay, got the rim. Let's finish the railing. Okay, now the railing probably, is it underneath? Yeah, just slightly, which is unfair. Okay, so now I gotta figure out, is it one of the sides of the poles? I don't like railings. They are annoying. Oh, I don't even want to talk about D&D Beyond right now, but please have a good day, Chrysicon, and thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I can't right now with wizards. I cannot. Between this and then seeing that people who were laid off people who were laid off a while back are noticing that they are once again advertising for those positions, I'm just kind of fucking done. I cannot imagine how shitty that is. Especially if you're still looking for work. And you're like, oh, this came across, and you're like, that's the job I just, yeah. Yeah. It's either that, or because they would have somebody coming in without the longevity, they would still be able to start the wage would still be basically back to reset, so to speak. Okay, we can do this with the green. We're almost at the next part of the story. We should be hitting 80% soon. We probably, yeah, we're at 10:30 now, so let me get to 80%, and we'll finish this up tomorrow. Okay. When they saw that the buffet was being rationed, the all-inclusive passengers demanded to speak with the captain. That's what I would do. The captain is a far better mariner than he is a diplomat, and declared their tickets non-refundable. Okay, I'm starting to see why there was a riot on this deck, and I'm feeling it's not having anything to do with the seagulls. Yeah, that's when the chips went flying. And when the chips went flying is when the seabirds descended. Uh-huh. En masse. Oof. So let me see if I can get this. If I can get this pool step clean, and then we'll wind it down. Because I do have to actually figure out. I'm wearing my pajama jammies bottoms right now, so I actually have to put on regular, shorts and stuff to get outside. But this has been a lot of fun, and it has been a good test of multi-streaming. It seems to be working just fine. It's a little more finicky because you have to set up your, I could just have a similar generic thumbnail and title every time I went live. I could just say, okay, yep, it's me going live on Twitch and YouTube. But it's nice to have, I assume maybe I'll grab somebody from YouTube. But I also, I haven't set up my tweets to say I'm on YouTube. I haven't done any of that, so, All right. Get there we go. Get clean, please. I'm trying to end stream. There we go. All right, so we're not bad. We're 81%, so we can finish the rest of this tomorrow. Oh no, more railing. Ugh. And then we got to figure out the top of that mural, but that's for another day. So we'll say goodbye to our little... Can't move the floaty. But yeah, let me go out to the menu, save the game, and come back here, and we'll go ahead and quit. Ooh, my fingers are like, oh, you've been doing some power washing, huh? So let me come over to the lobby. Nope. Sorry, I meant the credits. But also, hi. The credits, not the lobby. Silly. I said lobby and I pressed lobby, and that's what happened. Oh, we had some followers come in today. Angry Gato Art, K the Alien Punk, Iman Economist, Miss Toral, Iolair, the Notorious SCG, and JR Plays Games, thank you. Resubs from Maple Zaddy and Super Rider Andy. Gift sub to Mermaid Jeans to Cozy Witch, who raided earlier. And my mods for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Eventually, I'll see if that can be done with YouTube as well. But for now, this is all a test. And I will say the test is successful. And that's all that I can say. So thank you everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate you being here. Those are the words that were trying to come out of my face. And they eventually did come out of my face. We're going to go over and say hi to Steven, who I need to come over. I can't do... There we go. There we go. We'll go over... Oh, Steven's playing Solar Ash. Awesome. So let me say my stream is ending. I'm gonna push this button. And yeah, if you were watching and lurking on YouTube, I appreciate you being here as well. You're always welcome to say hi, but there is no need. This is early days for me in YouTube. I'm not sure how often I'll continue to do it, but we'll see. And if you're on the Twitch side, we're gonna raid into Steve Enjoys, and we're gonna go over with a hashtag herb raid with my love and disco emote. If you are not on... Excuse me, if you are not a subscriber, you can use the virtual hug emote. There's my social media, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and my blog. It's pretty much Urban Bohemian everywhere, with the exception of TikTok, where I have a little underscore. What can you do? There's a link to my Discord as well. There is a link to my most recent YouTube video, which is this video, because we are live doing it right now. That's kind of funny. And there's a link to my blog, which is urbanbohemian.com. The most recent post is of me just showing pictures of my morning walk, because I didn't want to write and I didn't want to preach about fitness. I just said, you know what? Screw it. Let me just show you pictures of my walk. That should speak for itself. So thank you. I can see that my friend is thrown on sunblock as heading out, which means I definitely need to put on some pants and get on out of here. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Let me start the raid for Steven, and I realize I can't do that from the streamer bot window just yet. Eventually, but not yet. So I'll start the raid for Steven. There are a bunch of us who are ready to go over and say hi, so I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. We'll see about doing multi-stream more. I don't really, it's fascinating and it's nice because they do say you should branch out and not just stream on one platform. I don't necessarily know if there is a value to live streaming on both platforms, but we'll see. If like we pull in people on YouTube, then I'll try to incorporate more things. I'll get streamer bot set up so it's truly a multi-function bot. But beyond that, yeah, no, this has been good. I hope that everybody has a good Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow morning with a little bit of the Power Wash Simulator, and then I'm not sure what, I don't know. We'll switch to demos, or maybe we'll just chat, or maybe we'll put the ducks on. Who knows? But until then, have a great start to your weekend. You can find me online. You can find me on Discord. You can find me in Steven's chat for a moment as I run around to figure out what I'm throwing on for today. But until then, I will see you over there. That's it. I'm going to go over here now because I'm out of words. Bye.